Hello, internet fans, and welcome to another live episode of the Buddies Forever live stream with your hosts, Rotten
Yes.
Roger DeMarco, and
Evil Dead Inks.
we don't have Mr. Remix on the ones and twos. At this particular moment of the live stream, we've got a special guest in the house, Mr. Galaxy Man.
What up, everybody?
We got my son running the ones and twos
Hey,
because
I'm not your son.
because I can't do this on my own.
Can't break kayfabe. That's you're not related. That's just a Galaxy Man.
That is just the Galaxy Man.
Yeah.
But here we are, another Friday night. We missed last week because Evil went on an adventure of his own, and now that he's back and we can settle back into things, we can fucking do this.
Yep. Well, we used the excuse that it was a Joe Bob night, so everyone watched Joe Bob's Valentine special. But yes, I decided to take a much-needed vacation with the wife all the way to sunny Seattle, Washington.
Sunny and Seattle don't belong together, but at least it was nice weather.
It was sunny the entire time there, and I'll let y'all in. That is the town secret. Officially, that's the town secret. They tell everybody that it rains all the time there to keep people from moving there.
Right.
It's actually just gorgeous all the time.
It is a glorious, glorious place. I don't know. I've never been and probably never will go, but
spoilers, I did find a video store there, Scarecrow Video, located in Seattle, Washington. Multi-story video store. You can buy and rent videos. Even's got a porn section in there. It's got everything under the sun, animation, action. They even categorize it by directors in some sections. It's bonkers. It's a whole day's worth of adventure in one building.
I love it, and that would be the only reason I would go, to be honest with you. But speaking of adult sections, we are in the month of February, the month of love, and as you saw in our thumbnails, a perfect segue, we are covering director George Mihalka's 1981 classic. That's right. I said it's a classic, My Bloody Valentine. And I have covered this a few different facets on the channel. It was only right that we got to a live stream. Sure, we're a week late or whatever, but who cares? It's time to say some poems and hand people heart-shaped boxes filled with actual hearts.
Heart shape. I can't say that lyric. Courtney Love will kill you.
Oi.
But yeah, we're gonna stay here for the whole month. We did Romancing the Stone 2 weeks ago. Nice setting the tone for the month. And yeah, we're gonna do My Bloody Valentine, and then next week we're gonna do it again with the 09 remake. But we can't go there until we go back to where it began in 1981.
Mm-hmm.
And beginning way back in the Great White North.
Oh, lordy. But yeah, this is a movie I absolutely love. I've actually never really questioned you or talked to you about this movie. It's just assumed that as a horror fan, you love this movie.
And assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups.
Do you like this movie?
It's growing on me. I literally, no bullshit, never watched it until I met the wife. It's one of her movies, and
wow.
I initially I've never been like a big Valentine's guy, so like a Valentine's horror movie, I'm like,
not your holiday, not your killer.
No.
So
hashtag not my killer.
Nope. But before we get into all the gore and the fun and the whatnot of the film, it is officially time for the tale of the tape. So,
That was the actual tale of the tape.
Was the actual tape reel to reel? We're wrapping Christmas presents or wrapping Valentine's presents, but I wanted to bring
in the trunk of your car, huh?
Just a couple of numbers to throw at you, Evil, is that this film had a $2.3 million budget, which is pretty good for 1981. Pretty fucking solid. And they filmed it in Canada, so tax breaks and all that whatnot. hooplery when it comes to filmmaking, but it grossed 5.7. So it wasn't a failure, but it wasn't a massive.
Yeah, sure sounds like it. I mean, I think I'd heard the little tidbit I was able to dig up is that they were like scouting filming locations and found the town that they filmed in. And it was kind of run down and beat up, and they're like, "This is perfect." And the town was like, "We're getting a movie here, folks." So they spruced it up and cleaned it up and painted and shit. So then they showed up and were like, "This is not what was advertised."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So essentially, the town spent around 50 grand sprucing things up, including the mine, because the mine looked pretty rough. So the town spent 50 G's, spruce it up. Production shows up.
How do you spruce up a mine? How do you
I guess they
spend money to
paint
make a mine?
paint the beams white, right? I don't know. Put some lime, whatever. I don't know. Get new rail cars, whatever. But so the town spent 50 G's. Production shows up and they're like, "Wait a minute, this is some horse shit. This was not what we wanted." So they spent 75 G's of their own budget, fucking aging everything and making everything look run down. Which I was none the wiser until I learned that as well. I just assumed that was just the way the mine looked. So I guess kudos to the production designer.
You think that when they showed up to start filming, they drove past the town? They're like, "Well, that's clearly not it. It's way too gorgeous looking now." And they're like, "No, that was it." And like, no, we saw what we were going to. It didn't look like that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. But I want to bring up another thing that we'll talk about next week for sure when it comes to the My Bloody Valentine remake. But this movie, especially, you think this is the heyday of slashers, right? This is 81.
This is the ascension of that ladder.
This is when slashers are like new and woo, what's this crazy whodunit business? But
Halloween is what, 2 years difference?
3. So
3 years difference.
But this is a horror film that takes place on Valentine's Day, the holiday of love, and there's zero nudity in this film. In fact, there's very little canoodling to begin with. Like, no fooling around. I mean, there's some maybe a little heavy petting, but there's nothing that signifies gratuitous nudity for a Valentine's film.
There's no nudity. There's also hardly any blood or gore in this movie. This thing is cut to shit.
What version are you watching? That's one of the things I was going to bring up. There's 45 minutes on the cutting room floor. But if you have...
I watched the rated version.
Yeah, you don't have the special edition?
No, sir.
Holy mackerel, dude. Everybody who's watching, and you especially, since this is a movie that is slowly growing on you, go buy the $10 special edition DVD or get that new Scream Factory Blu-ray. 45 minutes of footage added back in, and all, I mean, dude, the gore in this movie, I just have the special edition DVD that came out a few years ago, where they cut back in all the gore. It's kind of lower quality, like you can tell when the film stock changes, but oh my god, dude, for you to say this movie has no gore, I'm like, what are you talking about? So you haven't...
Oh, I know that there was 2 different cuts. There's a rated and unrated cut, and we have on DVD we have a 2-pack. It's a 2-pack slash between.
Yeah, I know exactly what one you're talking about.
Yeah, this and April Fool's Day, but I was like, you know what? I know he knows the unrated version. I know he can talk about the unrated version. Since I'm super more or less unfamiliar with this movie, I know it, but I don't know it like the back of my hand. Like, I can't recite it like I can an Elm Street movie. So I was like, well, when I rewatch this, I purposely was like, I'm going to rewatch a rated version so I can come at it with that perspective.
Wow.
And come at it with, looking at it like, a lot of this shit was cut to ribbons and stuff. That's like, what?
Yeah, I'll tell you, that version you have, that could be played on TBS at noon. You know, that's so soft. But when you watch the gangster cut, dude, My
Is that what
favorite.
it's referred to as?
That's what I'm gonna call it.
The My Bloody Valentine Gangster Edition.
Gangster edition. When Happy, the Harbinger, fights it at the mine which is one of my all-time favorite sequences when he's setting up the Harry Warden dummy that is gonna spring forth from the door.
I mean, more or less, I'm doing the same shit on Halloween night, setting up all this shit in front of my house. So I get where he's coming from there.
But so you don't know about his death. What happens happens in that R-rated cut? Because I don't even remember.
Well, he's fucking with that door like 4 or 5.
Hilarious! It's so hilarious when he goes to
just-
leave and then comes back.
Yeah, he's like, one more time.
I better get that one more time. Better take a look at that. That's good.
He opens it up and it's really Harry Warden there. He swings it towards him and then it kind of cuts away and then it's more or less him dragging his feet.
Oh my god, are you ready for this? Let me explain to you about this death, which is
Paint me a visual aid.
it is my kind of death. It wins my kind of death award, which we don't have a graphic for today, but he swings the pickaxe up under the jaw. It hits under the jaw and comes out the eyeball, and the fucking eyeball is hanging out. And he's got him, and he fucking yanks him on the ground and drags him by his face. And the fucking eyeballs hanging out and blood shooting everywhere. Dude, it's amazing. It is amazing.
More or less, I think from my cut, it looks like it hits him like in the chest, and he's just pulling him by like the chest cavity with the pick.
Absolutely not.
So in your version, it's a very much a.
It is.
In my cut, there's hardly at all in this movie. Just completely free.
Yeah, no splatties. But I'll tell you, dude, this movie really fucking ramps it up when it comes to shit like that. Like, Mabel, the lady who runs the dry cleaning.
Mabel's like laundry. She's Mistress Mabel Laundriette. Like,
yeah. Why is
apparently
it such
it's a go-to place to be in town?
Mm-hmm. And she's in the Valentine committee. She's in charge of making the whole town covered in a bunch of fucking construction paper red hearts. Like, I love how the police chief's like, you and the committee did an excellent job. Like, doing what? Cutting out stupid fucking hearts and scotch taping them to doors? Like, not that fucking hard.
Yeah, there's a weird age thing in this movie. Like, yeah, she's decorating like she's decorating for a 3rd grade, Valentine's party class. Right.
Yeah.
And I really don't understand why there's a town dance like for 30-year-old minor workers. Like, there should just be a bar or a strip club. That's more in fitting with what this town should be. But like that, all these like 30-plus-year-old people are like excited to go to a dance.
Well, I guess it's
essentially
is because the town hasn't had a dance for fucking X amount of years. So it's kind of like, whoa, this is new. This is exciting. Like, I don't even like dancing. So what? We haven't had one, But her death in that unrated cut when she falls out of that dryer. Wow, dude.
And I was like, how the fuck do you fit a full-grown woman into a dryer?
My wife pointed out, she was like, well, that lady's lucky she didn't get sued, because how hot are those fucking dryers? Because she looks like a goddamn Thanksgiving turkey when she pops out of there. She's fucking well done, dude.
Oh, well, she's been cooking all night. Like, he's just been sitting outside.
Resetting it, just turning it back. Because it only runs for, what, 60 minutes?
60 or 90 minutes. He's like, oh, all right, I'll restart.
Better swing back around and start that timer.
Yeah, he shows up periodically every hour and a half to reset it. Like, this is going to be great when the sheriff shows up, because apparently that's the go-to place for when shit's going down. But I got to go talk to Mabel about things.
Gonna get him. Which brings me to my Gwildor award, dude. My Gwildor is gonna have to go to Mayor Hanniger himself. I'm not the biggest fan of him. I think whatever it is with these movies in the 70s and 80s, where like a person who's in charge, like in any type of position to fucking do anything, is just so blissfully ignorant. I I'm not.
I mean,
I'm
that's
not
what
the.
mayors of towns do. They kind of they want to be blissfully ignorant of things, like
Mhm.
because there's always some shit going down whenever like a bicentennial or summer dollars are rolling in.
That's right. The beach is our biggest seller. We can't shut it down.
Yeah, the mayor in Jaws, the mayor in Batman '89, spoiler, the mayor of the fucking Nest. Like everybody is trying to get something going on big in the town. That's the town moneymaker, and some shit always fucks it up. So he's got to be like, "Don't tell me about it. We're going ahead with what we're planned."
Yes. So you got a Gwildor Award, or?
I do. I'm really not a huge fan of TJ.
You and my wife both. My wife's like, he's a shit starter, man.
He is, but he's just got one of those faces that you just like, no. And it's totally like a red herring. Like the movie should end, but it should be him. He should be the one that's like oh man, you were Harry Warden the whole time. Yeah, they swerve us, and it's the other guy, Axel.
Axel, which, dude, let me bring up the fact that TJ, why am I blanking on the actor's name? Paul Kelman. He just died, like, last month, like 2 weeks ago, fucking passed away. So he may win your Gwildor Award, but it's still sad to hear about something like that when he's in our living rooms at least once a year for Valentine's Day, so it's Paul Kelman. It's
Paul
one of those
Kelman for you.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, buddy.
I didn't think we was gonna have one this week, but somebody's
sucks
always dying, I guess.
Because it's a constant reminder of how old that we are getting. You know what I mean? Like when you're a kid, like you kind of feel like you're just gonna live forever, and then like we see these people on screen sometimes weekly if there's a movie that's just part of our zeitgeist, like what we do for passing time. And so we see them forever at that age, and then when you find out that they've passed away at like 71, 72 years old, it's like, I can't believe they're that fucking old. Like, how old am I? Wait a minute. Fuck. Like,
again, I'm a wrestling fan, so I'm used to my heroes dying at a very young age.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of par for the course for me.
Slasher Home Video said there is only one Alfredo, and I think we all know who that'll be. My Alfredo is Hollis, and anybody who doesn't like Hollis can get fucked. We don't have the graphic for Alfredo, but Hollis is my dude. The heavyset dude with the fucking handlebar mustache.
Oh, yeah, that shit belongs on some kind of Beard Wars programming show. Like, he's putting in the product to get the curl on it and everything.
Wow, he's like fucking Dr. Robotnik. But, dude, I love him. He has such an amazing, like, real life chemistry with his girlfriend or wife or whoever she is. Like, when you watch them, you're like, yeah, I believe that. I believe that's a real relationship. And he never does anything wrong. Like, he knows that Axel and TJ were buddies before the love triangle bullshit. So he's like, you guys got to fucking cut it out. You got to sort it out, figure it out. Like, there's a couple of real, fucking really good humanizing moments in the movie with him. Only him, and why I always forget this other kid's name, Howard. The guy who's like, puts the straw up his nose and he's like the comic relief.
The Shelley of this movie.
Yeah. He also is actually fun to watch. Like, there's a little bit of like good character with those guys, as opposed to just being like, I'm gonna go into the mine and make out with my girlfriend on a bench. You know what I mean?
That's what you do. My Alfredo is it's a complete left field, but I was totally wanting more of him every time I see him. And he's only got, I think, really one scene, but when the Harbinger is telling the tale of Harry Warden, there's a sea captain sitting at the bar, and I'm really fascinated by this sea captain's wardrobe and his Hawaiian undershirt. I'm
Yes.
just like waiting for him to speak, and then I think he's with the group because when they get up, they're like, "All right, Harbinger guy," and walk away to their table. He gets up too and walks around. I'm like, "Oh shit, is he gonna sit with him? Is he part of the crew?" And every time he walks away, and I'm like, "Fuck, I want more of the sea captain.
We need the sea captain. We need to know what
I
he's
want his
doing
story
in the
what is
mining
his
town.
story there? Yeah, is there some kind of shipping and receiving kind of thing going on there? Is he working a port system? What is his story? I need to know. Valentine's Bluff sea captain. Who are you? Where are you?
Inquiring minds must know. We should track that dude down if he's still alive and put him on the podcast. But High Ground Cantina says, I love that it's an older cast. Yeah, it's a little bit different because, again,
It's an older cast, but they're trying to portray it. And I even watched Siskel and Ebert review the movie when it came out, and they're talking like these kids, and I'm like, these are all adults.
yeah,
These are all very much. These are adults with back problems and 401ks.
yeah, they're mid to late 20s, early 30s at best. You know what I mean? Like, they're not kids.
No,
Not kids at all. But that's what's
The
so
career
different, because to set itself apart from the slashers of that era, you know, we're just getting ramped up, but it was always like super young, nubile, you know, borderline butthole naked, like, chicks. And this movie doesn't have any of that. So,
what is
just-
that chick story? I've always wondered that when this movie opens. You're like, who is this woman?
She's just credited as woman.
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 How does she get lured down there? And yeah, when the shit starts falling apart and the official dance gets canceled, the go-to thing for these group of folks to do is, let's go party at the mine. There's a pool table there, and I'm just like, what? Really? Like,
There's
none
a
of y'all
pool
have
table
a
at the
house
bar.
to go to? Like,
Yeah.
the mine.
One of my,
I mean,
as an adult,
well,
my
if shit was canceled around here, I would not be like, hey, let's go to my job and let's hang out there.
yeah,
No.
that's one of my biggest criticisms of that as an adult. Never crossed my mind as a kid, but like, they get all dolled up, like all the ladies get all dolled up to go to a dance. Like, I don't know how much your dress costs. Like, Hollis's wife is like, oh, you know, slit down to here, slit up there. I might not get out alive. Like all that. But you got a nice dress on, and you want to go fucking ride a rail car in a coal mine. You're retarded. Like, you.
She is looking forward to the rape potentially that is going to be happening at this dance.
Yeah.
Or mine.
Take a real quick, like, the accused turn real quick, like, get him to the mine, and just, like, she was asking for it, like, Jesus Christ.
And I'm just like, when we see all these guys come out of the mine and they're showering and they're dirtbag filthy, I would not be like, you know what I'd love to do on my time off? Come back here and hang out.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing too that I learned during my research is when they film that sequence, all those actors, they're completely nude, but for no reason, because it's filmed from the fucking chest up. So, and it is cold water because I don't know. This is pull the veil back a little bit for people who don't work in film production. Anytime you see a shower, that's cold water. That is cold water with a fog machine pumped in, because you can't have hot water because it fogs up the lenses. So, every time you see someone fucking enjoying themselves in a shower, that's a lie. They are trying not to get hypothermia, and no different for all these dudes, which is probably why the camera's up so high. 30 dudes in ice water. Yeah, not real impressive. Like,
Shrink.
look like an acorn sitting on a ball sack. Like, what the?
bunch of frightened turtles.
Yeah.
Wow, that completely kind of sets my mind for shower scenes. Like, now I'm totally understandable of in sleepaway camp when chicks humming that fucking weird ass shit in the shower. She's just probably just trying to not think about freezing to death.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean they don't do warm water. They just don't. Another one of the crazy things is Mike and Harriet. They're the couple who they're down, which a lot of bad decisions happen in this movie. Right? A lot of like,
There's a lot of bad decisions.
just bad decision after bad decision. But Mike and Harriet, they go down in the mine. They're in the mine for like 4 seconds, and they're getting the tour, and they're like, we're gonna go over here into this room, and they're gonna
10
around.
minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes, right? That's not.
Like, that's not enough time.
No, you got to take 10 minutes to find a blanket to lay it down so you don't get covered in coal. But either way,
You need 10 minutes minimum just to get, we'll just say, to get the engine started, not already be pulling into your parking space.
But their death was supposed to be on screen, and it was supposed to be with like a big drill bit. It was supposed to double impale them and get that whole thing. I think it would have predated Friday 2, but still, Bava's Twitch of the Death.
Predated Jason X.
Well, for sure. But
You've been screwed.
But they were supposed to do that, and the MPAA just flat out said no, absolutely not. Like, nope. So I don't even think, or I think it got filmed, but
it probably got filmed and
never even got cut into the movie. Even in my my special edition, it's not in there. So I've always kind of wanted to see that. But as far as other deaths go, that yours have been watered down, no pun intended, is the shower death.
Watered down. They're just not really there.
When Harry Warden, or Axel, spoiler alert, grabs, I'm blanking on her name, but shoves her head through the shower nozzle. That's got to be pretty tame on your edition.
Yeah, it's so much I'm really not even remembering it.
He grabs her by the head like this, picks her up, and shoves her head through the pipe. And man, yeah, like water's coming out of her nose and coming out of her mouth, and then it's blood at first, and then it turns to water, and then when homeboy comes back with his sixer of beer or whatever, she's got that fucking pipe jammed in her head, and just fucking water just fauceting out of the front of her face, and it's effective.
I think it's just, like a placement, and then that's it.
It's so sad, dude, because I will guarantee you, when you watch this film uncut, it will no longer just be your wife's movie. Like, you watch this movie uncut, and you'll go, that's in, like, my top 10. That's in my top 10 slashes of all time, because we haven't talked about it yet. But how do you feel about his look? To me,
the look is fantastic. A little bit pulling from Jason with the breathing sound,
yeah.
But I mean,
but not in 81. So
yeah, true. But that's the first thing I thought of, is like it's kind of a Jason breathing kind of thing there a little bit. But the look of it overall, that the look itself almost got the Alfredo for me, not necessarily the guy portraying it, which is its own actor. Like, it's not the guy that plays Axel, it's somebody else entirely.
For sure. That's just like Ghostface or whatever. It's just like a dude.
Just the shape of Harry Warden in Rockstar quotes. It looks phenomenal. It's a great look. I'm sure that probably was where the jump off point was like, we want a holiday horror movie again, and here's a look.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah. In a mind. Like, that was the thing going on in the 80s, was like, well, what can we do? Class clown wears a jester mask. Fucking deranged high school athlete wears a fencing mask. Whatever. Like, they just fucking just kept going and going and going and going until there was nothing left.
Not a single holiday untouched.
Right. But yeah, as far as...
No, Miss Heather, I have not seen the uncut version, because we only have that 2-pack DVD, and I purposely rewatched the cut version because I wanted that
the juxtaposition.
Yeah, because I literally was like, I know Raj knows this movie front to back to front, and every cut scene and scene that's in there. So I was like, I'm gonna come at it from that perspective of, I didn't see a whole lot, because I saw a movie that was cut the ribbons.
And spoiler alert, or I guess not spoiler alert, but this is probably my wife's favorite slasher. So this is a movie that whenever she's like, ooh, I want to pick a movie. Either it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, or it's like, if it's horror, it's like, ooh, My Bloody Valentine. Because she likes all the people in this movie, which is one of the things to me that really does. Yeah, she does not like him. She's like, he is a piece of shit. He's a shit starter. But, that is one of the things that stands out the most to me in this movie, other than the gore, which you haven't even got to see, is just how much I not necessarily relate to these characters, but how like I feel at ease watching them. You know what I mean? Like I could watch an hour and a half movie of them fucking working in the mine and fucking being goofballs. And
I could do more. I could definitely use more of the banjo getaway music when they're leaving their job.
I wish you had some banjo music on your little button.
You know, I definitely need some. I definitely need some. But I was just like, that's odd placement of music for like just leaving work as this kind of, you know, banjo getaway tune.
Well, speaking of odd things in this movie, I gotta bring up. I don't have an award for a fucking stunt performer in a movie, but if I did, it would be the fucking dog that the cop and the mayor fucking hit when they get the heart in the.
I was looking. I was like, God damn, that dog is running super close to that car.
They straight up hit that dog, and it fucking like jolts to the side real quick. I'm like, they hit that motherfucker. That dog should have got SAG scale fucking stunt pay.
That's super delaying them getting to the coroner's office by at least 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which speaking of a juxtaposition, there's a juxtaposition I don't understand at all. Is they find this heart in the box, the heart-shaped box. Take that to the medical, examiner.
Where'd you get this?
No time flat can be like, this came from a 30-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
So they have that good of a medical examiner on staff, but at the same time, there's nobody that has a fucking clue if Harry Warden is still under the care at this medical facility or mental asylum that apparently allows day passes every single Valentine's Day. You think that'd be the one day they'd probably not let this guy out, but he apparently comes out every year on Valentine's Day.
Well, hey, it's like...
I have no idea. Minus checking microfiche to know if he's even there. They're like, I don't know.
Well, it's no different
than
his
fucking room. Is there a room for him? Where's the records?
Day before Halloween, when they're like, you know what we should do? Move Michael Myers to a fucking. We should move that motherfucker on the day before he murders everybody.
Everyone at this asylum should get a day pass. Harry, well, how about Valentine's Day for him? He's from Valentine's Bluff. He definitely doesn't have any trauma tied to eating. It's
like sitting on his bed holding a pickaxe, like.
We learn nothing from those Chilean miners.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that juxtaposition of like, we can tell from what kind of heart this came from like that, but it's like, do you have the records of this patient under your care? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I'd have to stop fucking filing my nails and go do some work, and I'm just not gonna do that. So,
the fact that that's so hard. I mean, I guess that's also like a sign of dead old technology. Is like they couldn't just, and there it is. There's all the information. But I feel even partially today they'd be like, I don't know where Harry Warden is. We have no record of a Harry Warden ever coming here.
Mm-hmm.
He killed an 84 people. Huh? Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. So, speaking
that's
of
on camera too. I don't know if that's something that's on camera on yours, but that information is totally just told in passing that, we got the sheriff's like, we got the call. Harry Warden died 5 years ago.
Yeah. No, that's just dialogue. But speaking of Harry Warden and the wool being pulled over our eyes, with this is supposedly Harry Warden, and then we get the swerve, bro. The old swerve, bro. How do you feel about that whole? I mean, they kind of gloss over it with just quick flashes of why Axel.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they? It makes more sense for it to be the other guy.
Because Axel was hiding under his bed when Harry Warden killed his father, who was one of the miners that left early and didn't. Yeah.
You gotta get to that dance, son.
Yep, go to that dance, which made Axel become a vengeful pickaxe man.
Sure, he sees his dad get killed, and he's, I guess, fine for the next 20 years. He has no problem. I guess I'm not sure if it's the resurrection of a dance that sets him off, or TJ rolling through town trying to take his woman
It's 100% TJ, man. It's straight up TJ.
You don't think he's got a little bit of footloose action going on where he just like dancing is what's causing the problems around here? We just need to outlaw dancing and everything will be fine. Last time we had to dance, 4 people died and I ate them.
Every time I see a dance, I start to twitch, like killing everybody.
Yeah, I think it's just that kind of thing. He just hates dancing.
I think everything would have been hunky dory if he would have just got to be in a relationship. God forbid if she would have ever left him for someone else, we would be watching the movie 5-10 years down the road. But I just think Valentine's Day happened to kind of play into. It could have been any time if he would have came back and stole his girl.
And if this was today, this town would be like fucking Point Pleasant in West Virginia with the Mothman. Like, they would be having a parade, the celebration of this tragedy of this collapse.
I live it, you live it. We know.
This would be the town's bread and butter. That should more or less be what the plot is. What it should be is like, not this. They're just bringing this fucking dance back. Is like, no, we need the February dollars of people coming to this town to see the carnage that took place here.
Come on into City Hall and take a look at the supposed real pickaxe that was used. Like, and I wish I could make that up, but that's a real life thing from where I live. Like, you can go to my City Hall, and in a glass case, they have the fucking axe that was supposedly used to murder fucking 8 people in their bed, and you can like take a picture with it, like. And if you're real nice to the fucking lady you pay your water bill to, I bet they'd let you take it out and pose with a picture with. Like, that's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. Like,
that's where the money is, man. That's where this town. That's definitely how this town pays for that neon sign of welcoming you to the town of Valentine Bluffs.
The little town with big heart, baby. Yeah. Man, yeah, this is just such a fun movie, dude. I'm really pulling. I'm gonna need to buy that special edition Blu-ray just to give it to you, but
apparently it's a mortal sin for Miss Heather. She's apparently gonna bring over her fancy steel book and have me scope it out, which I'm all for. I just wanted to come at it with that rated perspective so we can cover all angles of how this movie is viewed.
So what about? I'm curious now with all the stuff that's on the cutting room floor because it's been so long since I've watched that R-rated cut. What about Hollis's death with the nail gun?
Oh, it's entirely like they show, like, you can hear the nail gun going off and it's really kind of dark. You don't really see it, and then the next time we see the dude is when he's revealed and he's coming around the corner and he's got, you can see for maybe 2 seconds a nail or two in his head.
Oh my god. Dude, in the fucking full cut, he's like, he gets one in his head and he's like stumbling around. Fucking like 3 of them in his head and he's like drooling and fucking trying not to fall down. What? What?
Yeah, there's a few of the shots. I remember hearing the nail gun a few times, but it's more or less like it's shot and it's super dark and I'm like, I think he was shot with a nail gun.
Oh,
and then I get validation on that in the next scene where he's falling over and we see a nail sticking out of his head. I'm like, yeah, that was a nail gun.
That's insane, dude. Yeah, I can't believe that because there's so.
You may not believe it, but accept it.
Accept it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm flabbergasted at the.
Befuddled.
Yeah, straight up befuddled at the lack of gore that you've seen for this movie. Hey,
there isn't any gore. The goriest thing in the movie, it's a tie between Miss Mabel falling out of the excessively large tumble dryer and the woman's heart. Mm-hmm. I guess you could almost put in the real Harry Warden digging in dude's chest.
Yeah,
like we get that twice, I think. So there's that. But I think there's the 3 moments of any type of blood and gore in this movie.
Moly. Well, I bet by the time you get done with this live stream, Miss Heather will be like standing top of your stairs with the Blu-ray.
Way to slap me across the face with it.
But speaking of gore, it's a perfect segue. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but we are currently in the throes of earning money to produce our very own next Tapehead film. And the more money we earn, the more gore we can put on screen. We have a very lofty goal. You can see it on the screen. We're trying for $20,000. That graphic, not updated because we were gone for 2 weeks and I don't know how to fucking do that. But we've got
Just
a little...
still at that, so you need to just donate more to get us to our goal.
We're in between $1,000 and $2,000 right now. Last time I checked, like 1,400 something.
Yeah, we have 19 to go, as they say in Next Friday.
But if you're like, I don't know anything about Indiegogo, I don't want to mess with the hooplery of signing up for that. Don't worry about that, because the same principle we used to make the first tape head goes for this tape head. So every super chat we get, any whatever,
Every
YouTube
shot
money
of alcohol I take, every taste of hot sauce I endure, and anything else we put down for people to do, we will put all that money towards production. I am sacrificing for Rogers.
I'm gonna tell you this right now: if we do not make 20 grand, you're gonna get the My Bloody Valentine R-rated cut for Tapehead.
When we get to the last 20 days, I'll bump up and start producing on my personal OnlyFans account to try to get those numbers up higher.
VHS Mikey with a $100 super chat says that this goes towards the House 2 Caterpillar puppet Mikey cameo for Tapehead 2.
That is what's known as the Catter Puppy.
The Catter Puppy. Well, you get the heart hands, Mikey. Thank you very much.
The heart-shaped box.
He knows, because we talk on a regular basis, obviously, about the things I'm trying to pull off. So the more, the merrier. I know times are tough. It's a fucking pandemic. It's in between taxes, yada, yada. So don't feel obligated.
Feel obligated. I know nothing hardly about this, and I'm still putting the little bit of money I have down for it. I'm like, take it, Raj. Take it all.
So we're working really hard. And I'm really pushing to bring you guys something super special for a feature-length horror film.
I will, if we don't make this 20 grand. I gotta find a way to get. I gotta turn some tricks to get this money rolling in. We got to hire, some actors, actresses, and we need more gallons of blood.
I will eat marshmallow fluff off of fucking Evil's tummy for super chats.
Ari Lehman's coming back through town.
Who is?
Ari Lehman's coming back through town.
I had heard that.
Maybe we could organize something with him and some fluffy whip.
Some pickles and fluffy whip. I don't know about all that business. I've seen a lot of people in the chat bringing up the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've talked about it in my Discord briefly because I'm not trying to spoil it for the people who
have a spoiler section on there. You want to go spoil the hell out of it? Jump in our Discord and talk about it there. I haven't got to it yet. Roger has. That's my plans when things wrap up tonight.
I really liked it. I'm planning on watching it again as soon as this live stream is over, most likely. There's already a dude, Roy Dam, who makes bootlegs, who's already fucking selling a Blu-ray bootleg of this movie for $25. I've been seeing it all around the internet, and I'm like, I'm not giving you $25. I want to give Fede Alvarez $25.
We can't plug him because, but he does do awesome stuff, but we can't technically plug him.
It's true. It is very true. Street Tacos, all proceeds go to Tapehead 2. Absolutely. We are currently raising a tremendous amount of money for the effects budget. So, effects and actors being able to pay cast and crew is my primary concern. But yeah,
I require a very high fee to make my return to. So that's where spoilers. That's where most of the budget is technically go.
19.5 goes to Evil.
I gotta get it's gotta send me to rehab, get me cleaned up. So I'm screen ready
Strange Monkeys in the House. He said support Fede. Damn right, because we talked about Roy a little bit off air, but you know, it's not every day you get sued by Kiss, so it happens. But I did want to bring up something to you.
Kiss
Evil.
would sue us if they could.
That's true. For one time wearing face paint. But I wanted to bring up to you the director of photography.
The DP.
The old DP, not that kind of DP. Get your mind out of the gutter.
No. You got to listen. Listen to me. I said the D of P.
The D of P, yes. The fella named Rodney Gibbons, which I love the last name Gibbons. Worked on a couple movies. He has a very impressive filmography, but I just wrote down a couple. Amityville Curse, Scanners.
Ooh, I think that's the one that has a really cool cover that I want to.
The one where the guy's hanging by the tree?
Yeah, hanging in his pajamas from the tree in the front lawn.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know anything about the movie. I think that one dude is in it that is I can't remember his name, but he's one of the goons in The Client. He has that weird like thing on his forehead.
The guy who's Officer Down?
Yeah, Officer Down.
The guy, no, he's not the toothpick guy from Uncle Buck, but I always feel like he is. But he also was the DP for Scanners 2, a little movie called The Paperboy, which I've never seen, but I've wanted to for a long time, and
it's a great video game.
I think it was 95 when it came out, Screamers with RoboCop. The guy who played RoboCop, Peter Weller. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have not seen that movie.
Dude, Screamers is dope. But yeah, so this fellow's got a very big filmography. I encourage you to check it out. He's probably done a million things that you, the audience, has seen that I hadn't. So I just wrote down a couple of the horror films. But
Kim Coates. Yes, Kim Coates.
Yeah, Kim Coates. There you go. But this movie, it doesn't have like a very flashy, unique style or any, but filming in a mine.
It's very the color grading is very dull and kind of bland. Like that's one of the insider. That's one of the things that's slightly put me off from watching it for a long time. It was like, man, it's a very dull, drab looking movie. There's no real bright colors or anything in it. It's just very kind of dull overall.
Yeah. In which, in my research, I found out that, shooting in a mine, obviously that's a big no-no because of fucking gases and things that can cause explosions and kill you. So they were very limited in the lighting that they could use safely. So
I think they had that parakeet from Nightmare on Elm Street 2 in there to
right,
to make sure the gases aren't going crazy or it would jump in Clu Gulliver's face and scar it.
I don't know. Yeah, dude. So there's whoa, crazy shit going on. But so yeah, the lack of lighting I attribute to the dangers of the mine. It's not a very flashy looking film.
Even outside of that, like day shots, night shots, like everything just has like this I hate to say like dated look to it, but it's like dated film look to it. Like nothing is really right. Yeah. It just how you can tell when some like when you can see, not like our movie, but like, when you see most like really like shoddy indie movies, they have a certain look to the film, and you're like you immediately see it and you're like, nope, not gonna really be into this because just how it looks. Same with this, but it's just a very old, like, oh, this is an old Hollywood style film. Like, it's kind of, just for me, it's working backwards to try to get me into it.
I think maybe that might have something to do with the transfer of that DVD because
it might be when I see that Blu-ray from Miss Heather, I'll be able to really tell because I watched it technically streaming on Stars, so that's whatever their cleaned up version is. Yeah, that's what my comparison is.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had ever seen it on any streaming platform or anything, but Yeah, it
I
does
searched
have a.
for it today to rewatch it, and I was like, let's see what was there. And Stars is the only thing that had it available at the time. So decided I'd watch it there. And was hoping it was the rated version, and it was, and I was pleased.
Got that
Not
R-rated
pleased,
cut. But yeah, as a result, with not being able to use a bunch of fancy, cool lights, it's got a pretty mild lighting style. So it doesn't have any of that crazy blue or green or red stuff that Evil and I are so in love with. Is kind of lacking style in that department, which we'll get to next week because the remake sure does have fucking oodles of style. Yeah, I use the word oodles.
Oodles. Mild spoiler ahead of that. I really like the remake.
Ditto. So we will we will go ape shit when it comes to remake. But you know,
I really and I never got to the remake because I heard so many people that hated it, and I didn't watch it until I was able to buy it for like $4 used. And then when I watched it with the wife, both of us were like, why did everyone hate this so much? This is fun. Like, I always heard this was horrible. This is fun.
Yeah, what's your fucking problem? But yeah, so one of the things
Genesis of everyone hates everything, I guess, started maybe with that movie.
But going back to the mild R-rated cut and how the MPAA, like I already talked about, the MPAA flat out said this one death can't be in the movie, like at all. Not trimmed down, not nothing, just not in the movie. Really is a testament of the time, which you guys who are here have heard us talk about this over and over and over again, especially in the early 80s. Boy, the MPAA had a stick up their ass, and
I heard why. Like, did you hear and find the reason why that they wanted this cut? Like, this movie was cut down so much, and what was fueling the MPAA's motivation to really just take a hack job to violence in cinema?
I have no idea.
John Lennon's death.
Wow, really? That's kind of weird.
I think they're grabbing at straws a little bit there.
Yeah,
but they're like, yeah, because John Lennon had recently just been assassinated. They're like, well, clearly maybe these horror movies might be what's influencing it. So let's just make sure these are all. Let's just crack down on these for the future. Maybe that'll help stir people from killing,
shooting celebrities. Wow.
Yeah.
That's just, it's so weird.
Which if I remember from my LP on the left listenings, I think he was a book guy, the dude who killed Lennon. I think he was a Catcher in the Rye fan, so not quite the same medium, but okay.
Yeah, and then
we're banning books now, so I guess maybe it'll skew people from killing 50 Cent or something.
Right? Who knows? But yeah, and it wasn't until was it the 90s, 92, 93, when Dahmer got caught, and they were like, oh, his favorite movie is Exorcist 3, blah blah blah, and that whole shit started again.
Every few years it'll come up where it's like it's either that or it's video games.
Heavy metal, like with D. Snyder having to
games or movies. Yeah, it's like it's always somebody fucking pointing a finger and not taking any responsibility.
Yeah. Tony Zulian says same thing happened with Scream 3, but Scream 3 is a goddamn mess.
Someone killed John Lennon. They're like, Scream 3, not happening.
Yeah, fuck Scream 3. John Lennon was killed. What are you, a bunch of savages?
I think we should just use it as the excuse for when something isn't working, or why if we don't make the 20G budget for Tapehead 2, we're like, John Lennon got assassinated, so I don't think we can make this budget.
Not gonna do it. Just not gonna happen.
It's happening.
Yeah, so wow. I totally lost my train of thought, other than just the fact that the MPAA, man, they were.
Oh, but going to that MPAA thing, I know this is a bit that I had heard is different from your cut to mine, is there's a whole scene of when Axel is under the rubble at the end, where he's severing his arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, in mine he just already has the severed arm, and he's just, you you can see that his arm is like gone from the elbow down, and you just kind of see that perspective where he's like, "You bastards!" But we get none of that like 127 hours sawing his arm off thing.
Oh, it's there. Yeah. I'm
It's
telling
not
you, dude,
there.
it's gonna change your mind. It's gonna fucking open your eyes. It is gonna rock your fucking world. It's a completely different movie, apparently. Like, I couldn't even imagine watching it so cut. In fact, I might pull my R-rated cut off the shelf and watch it this weekend.
I really would love for you to do that, because I would really like to hear what you think about it. If you would like the movie, recommend the movie, or buy the movie, if this was the only cut you had available. If that's all you had, you never had anything else.
Well,
that's when you saw it from Jump Street and that was it. Like, would you be still down to own it?
Well, I mean, to be fair, as a kid, that's what I grew up on, was the R-rated cut, but I just don't remember it. Because obviously I liked it, but I think my main thing that I
like Biodome, for God's sakes, and that's changed. I would want to know if Roger today in his late 30s saw this movie, would be like, I'll buy it.
We have chippies, we have lots of things to eat. Biodome reference. Deep cut. Fuck those
Biodome is my standard for, like, I used to love that movie and think it was fucking flawless, and now I rewatch and I'm like, I hate these two guys. I would have killed them if I was in the Biodome, stuck with them for a year. I would have killed them not even 6 months in.
I was gonna say, like, day 2, they'd be dead. They'd be fucked up.
It would totally be some Inglourious Bastard shit where I just put a fucking pillow over Pauly Shore's face and just stab it with a knife repeatedly.
Oh, I'd do that today.
Don't isolate.
I'm not the biggest Pauly Shore fan. As of recent, like, that dude is a weird.
He's super weird.
He's a weird cat.
I watched that whatever movie it was, like the Pauly Shore is Dead. I was like, is this just a secret pedophile movie? Like, is he just really trying to get like him with a kid on camera kind of thing? Like, what the hell is going on?
Is this?
You're the weasel. What happened to you?
Yeah, I'm not a big Pauly Shore guy. I just keep fucking getting so sidetracked.
What if Pauly Shore was the harbinger in this movie? Can you picture him behind the bar?
Oh my god. Do your best, Pauly.
I need some of my. It was 20 years ago. There was an accident. Dude got crushed by a bunch of boulders. Now we no longer have a debt. And so we can't get all freaky with all the girls from Sloppy Sue's. I had 5 topless dancers show up that year from Sloppy Sue's. But now you just have the Stony Crusty dude here singing for you instead.
That's perfect. The Stony Crusty dude. With the mop on top. A little bit of Class Act references, fucking deep cut. For those of you that don't know about Class Act, open up an Amazon window and buy that fucking DVD.
A future live stream or podcast to be sure. But speaking of that podcast, that also is going on right now. If you enjoy this show, I can plug our Deep Cut podcast, which we are just now getting started doing the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. We just wrapped up Friday the 13th. That was a fucking 13 episode journey. Now we're starting the Elm Street journey.
And I believe
I'm trying my best to get Raj to review Freddy vs. Jason twice.
No, I will not. But I believe the Elm Street 2 episode just dropped today. So if you're a Patreon, you get the episodes a week early, unless I absolutely butcher scheduling, which happens sometimes.
We can't be perfect all the time, even though it looks like we could be.
Yeah, I mean, I am a perfect male specimen. But no.
Yes, this is what the male body is supposed to look like from head to toe. So
absolutely, short and it's cold in here. No. But
yes, no shaving, poor eyesight, and a lot of ink.
Yo, Demeter, when you gonna play with my frog? Regina nailed it. But I think that's another thing about this movie to me. Before we hit our commercial break. That I believe makes it so much better for me is, and it's just a small, simple thing, because you need it, right, is the love triangle. He leaves town, and we're not sure why. They never really explain why. But he comes back, and he's expecting to just pick up where he left off.
Don't they imply like he went to Hollywood or some shit? Like he tried to be some Zoolander type shit and came back, and yeah, now he's got the black lung.
Well, him with his... I got the black lung, Pop. Him with his fucking neckerchief and his shirt all the way unbuttoned. He's just an odd cat, for sure. But,
probably reasons why your wife and I do not like TJ is, yeah, like, there's no cool, like, likable character in a movie ever wears a neckerchief well.
Yeah, a bitch slapped the shit out of you. But,
maybe I'll do
totally...
that. I'll start wearing a neckerchief.
Oh, God, please don't. But it's totally implied that when he scoops... He scoops her up in that car, and he's like, "Yep, we're gonna go on a little." He takes her out to that. He takes her out to the beach or whatever, and he's like, "Remember this spot?" It's totally implied. Obviously, we don't see anything because this is a no nudity film. It's implied that they made love out there, and then that's why when
I'm expecting him to kill her out there now. Just drown her in that lake.
Yeah, like some fucking something to tide you over business.
If I can't have you, no one can.
All gone, blub blub.
The last blub. I have the same dream over and over every night. I hold her head underwater until the last bloop.
But it's implied that they have sex, and then she's still unsure. It's like she kind of got pressured into fooling around with him, and she's in this really weird, precarious situation. She's like walking home, and she's like, why do I put myself in this situation? Like kind of talking to herself. And then they give you the old fucking it's Valentine's Day, everybody's entitled to one good scare fucking jump with the sheriff.
What the hell up with that? She can't see this dude rolling up on her, and she's just blinded by this fucking flashlight in her face. She's like,
I love it. He's talking to her all casual, just fucking shining it right in her fucking eyes the whole time. Yeah, what are you doing out here? You gonna go to that dance? Like, just fucking mag light right in the fucking eyes, melting her retinas.
I didn't find a 30-year-old woman's heart in a box yesterday.
Who told you that?
Maybe she's fine. She had a heart attack. She's fine. I didn't find her in the dryer. What? click. If I click it enough times, it'll fucking have like a Men in Black effect. Yeah.
She had a fucking seizure and bit her tongue off. Oh God. But yeah, Remix is here. He swooped in. So we can do our commercial break and come back and fucking do all of our crazy business. So, on that note, post your pictures of your My Bloody Valentine, your fucking heart-shaped candy boxes, whatever you got. We'll be right back. Blam! Hello, internet fans.
Whoa.
This is our commercial break. But, just because it's a commercial break doesn't mean we can't interact and we can't have some fun. So, here's what we're gonna do, guys. I want you to grab the weirdest movie you have from your collection, snap a selfie, and put that motherfucker on Instagram with the caption, I rented this at #3bvideo. And then, towards the end of the stream, we'll pull up Instagram and we'll take a look at everybody's selfies. So the weirder the movie, the better. And this is gonna be a thing that we start doing every week just to involve you guys, to have some fun. You got a copy of Redneck Zombies, you got a copy of Cobra, whatever it is that you feel like showing off this week from your collection, bam, I rented this from #3bvideo. Just another way for us to have some fun with you guys and include you in the show just a little bit more. So, go grab a drink, go take a piss, come back, snap a selfie, put that fucker on Instagram, and we'll take a look. You got about an hour before we dive into it. Show us your weirdest flick this week. Show us your newest acquisition. Show us something that you've picked up that you're super proud of, because we're just as proud of your collection as we are of ours. So show it off and let everybody see that you've got the ill shit too, and you're learning from 3B video. All right, I'm gonna go back so we can do the rest of the live stream. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm not gonna walk. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Blim blam ha. Hunde.
VHS is out. Good boy. Good boy.
Rewind, asshole. Kill them.
Oh, you remember the other go missing years ago?
Don't say that. I ain't kill him. I'm scared, man.
Go walk your feet. Dance. What happened? We are
Reddit
back.
is full of evil people, and not my people, evil people, and I don't post stuff there.
You're evil people.
Yeah, I lurk. Evil lurks.
But you just said
Where
evil
cinema-
people are on the Reddit.
Where cinema lives, evil lurks, and evil just lurks.
You said evil people are on Reddit.
But
Yeah,
it
I said
is-
the real evil, not evil like me evil. Evil like is in the purest sense of the word evil.
It is the second hour. So, I don't know if we have things ready. I don't know what's going on. But Evil, you can go through your normal spiel. We can
See what happens.
We can see what happens.
Pull
Yeah.
a rabbit out of the hat. Yeah. Well, we're talking My Bloody Valentine. So let's start off hour 2 with expressive song.
Once every year, as the 14th draws near, there's a hush all over the town. For the legend they say on a Valentine's Day is a curse that'll live on and on. And no one will know as the years come and go of the horror from long time ago.
Yes.
Well, not sure if you're aware of this, Raj, but Amazon is a place where you can go and buy all kinds of goods, services, but that's not all you do there. You go there, you can review cinema, and you find absolutely the purest, nicest, most accurate reviews of movies there. In fact, you should go there for every review of any movie to see what people have to say, because there's nothing but truth spoken there. And we're going to hear some truths, some hard truths about My Bloody Valentine. It's time for the Amazon
Once every year.
Stars reviews.
Ba-ba-boom. There it is. Look at that. There's a graphic.
Why is audio?
I have no idea.
I can't.
That's something I don't know.
I'll just blast you in the ass of the audio.
Audio. Here, just take this.
Stars.
I fucking love that. That needs to be a permanent condition.
Stars. Stars.
But
Lots of
Resident Evil 3?
Yes, it is. The original Resident Evil.
Every time
New
you look.
Resident Evil.
Stars.
Sucks.
You know what's
Moaning.
dope? Resident Evil, fucking whatever, Raccoon
Zero.
City, the new movie.
No, that was
It's
dope. Going outside
It's
and
fucking
looking up.
amazing.
Stars.
Original like screenshots, I was like, okay, this is gonna be fucking amazing. And the trailer came out, and I was like, this is gonna be fucking garbage.
No, it's fucking phenomenal.
Or that
What?
song, what's it called? The
Stars.
At night are big and bright.
In San Francisco, I don't know.
Deep in the heart.
Fucking.
All right. Amazon 1-star reviews. Let's go.
Stars.
From JLMC on March 26, 2014. 1
He just-
star.
That guy just hit his keyboard. Boom. Timmy.
Not sure why I ordered this movie.
Oh, my favorite.
Just a mystery. Much like Evolution. Just a mystery. Next up, we have Tammy Lee. Tammy Lee Jones? Maybe? I don't
Bitch.
know.
Tammy Lynn Sitch.
Oh, that's Tamara Lynn Sitch on her OnlyFans. On February 4th, 2013, she says, 1.
Stars.
Don't believe everything you read. This is a horrible copy of a 3D Blu-ray. It's not worth the money. What a disappointment. I wish I could return it. She got the wrong one.
Hmm. So she
Unless there's
didn't
a
want-
3D version of the 1981, which I don't know about, which totally could exist, I guess.
I don't think so.
You don't think so, Tim?
I don't think so, Tim.
I think you could put this in 3D.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, well,
I'd get a headache from the fucking red and blue, but I'd do it.
No, that's just from watching old movies restored in 4K.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's super.
Why are you so smooth, you stupid fucking 4K?
Super high frame rate, which makes my eyes hurt. I can't close them.
Fucking shit bleeds.
Playing a video game, like I can't blink.
It's
All right.
weird.
Next up from the official brand of soda, Tab.
Oh, delicious.
June 5th, 2013.
What was that?
Yeah.
You don't like Tab?
If you drank it, you know. Tab says 1.
Stars.
0. I did not receive this product, so I cannot review it. I ended up receiving the 2009 remake version instead.
What the fuck?
Hey, what the fuck? So it's 2 people that got the wrong copy of the movie. They got the 09 version.
You gotta
Gotta
pay
be a
attention to the
problem.
font on the cover, motherfucker. Pay attention.
Heaven help the folks that are trying to buy Halloween. They could
Oh,
get any
Jesus.
of 3 movies.
Same thing with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like when you get
Oh,
Texas,
just give up. You want Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
or Texas Chainsaw,
Texas
or
Chainsaw.
Leatherface. You want Leatherface? Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 Leatherface, or just Leatherface? I don't.
Just give me Leatherface. Which one? Oh, God damn it! I quit. Give me Scream. Which Scream? You want Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, or Scream? What?
Or the 80s movie called Scream, where fucking a dude with a sickle kills everybody in a barn.
All right, moving on. M. Barstow on the 4th of July, 2015. Nothing like on America's birthday to watch a Valentine's horror movie.
He's lonely.
He says, yeah, just 1.
Stars.
Terrible. I remember seeing this back on VHS when I was a kid and being scared. Everything scared me back then. I watched it again on Amazon Prime, and it's a terrible movie. Terrible story. Terrible acting.
The 3 T's from the 3 B's.
Which I'm sure most of the 80s horror movies, but this is one of the first I revisited. I wouldn't waste your time with this. There are better ways to spend an hour and a half, like staring at a wall, maybe.
Wow, that's pretty fucking.
We'll give it this. This is a fucking breezy 90 minutes.
It really is.
I can't knock it for that. It's like it is a in and out, over and done 90.
Cut it out. Like the R-rated cut.
Yeah. What is that? Blood, gore, and violence? Cut it out. Get it out of there.
I'm eating a Doritos and cream cheese sandwich. That's some fucking. Are you high? Probably high. That seems like something you do when you're high.
Or you just don't have anything else in the fridge and you kind of throw shit together. I did that once with a bologna and like taco sauce sandwich.
Dude, I will put chips on any type of sandwich. One of my favorite things to do is like a tortilla and whatever food is a leftover food. Like if we have goulash or like fucking chicken and noodles or whatever, I'm like,
Scream shit.
I fucking heat it up, throw it in a tortilla and fold it up and eat it, and it just fucking drips everywhere. Whatever it is, macaroni and cheese, I don't care.
That was a complete foreign concept to me until I met the wife. Then yeah, the first time she's putting chips on her sandwich, I'm like, what are you doing? You savage. What are you doing?
My sandwich is crunchy and it makes the bread stick to the roof of my mouth now.
Now I'm like, okay, I get it. I don't do it still, but I understand it.
What's the point in eating a sandwich and having chips on the side when it's just gonna get chomped up and fucking shit out of the same spot? You might as well just put it all together.
That's the same kind of logic of pissing in the shower. Like it's a drain. It all goes to the same place.
Wait. You don't piss in the shower?
Nah, I shit in the shower and then stomp that down like Andre the Giant.
Yep. There you go.
Spoiler, that's how Andre the Giant used to shit in hotel rooms.
I think I've told this story.
Think a toilet could hold up Andre the Giant? I don't think so.
No. I think I've told this story on the live stream before, but my buddy Trent.
I'm terrified.
My buddy Trent and I, when we worked in this factory, we worked with a lady who's related to me, and she's a little lady, older
Let's keep
gal.
names out of this
Yeah, I'll
until we
keep
know
the
where
names
this is
out.
going.
Keep the names out. But her husband is and was like my small town's like go-to plumber. And we were fucking joking one day, my buddy Trent and I, and we were talking about how we don't make enough money at our job, so what we do is, to save money, we don't buy toilet paper, we just shit in the shower. Push it down with our feet, because you're already in there, there's a drain, and then you just wash your asshole and you're done. She believed us. She believed us. The next day, she comes to work and she's like, you remember when you told me that you guys poop in the shower to save money? And we're like, yeah. My husband says you can't do that. Those pipes are way smaller than a toilet pipe. Like, she 100% believed us, and we're like, we're just fucking with you. I've never shit in the shower. But pissing in the shower, that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah,
You just tell me I'm in here soaping up, I'm nice and hot and warm. I gotta piss. You want me to fucking get out of this shower, take 3 steps to the fucking right, and piss in a bowl? Nope. I'm gonna just piss right where I'm at. I'm good. Camp Facer, see what I started? Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
You're high. That's what you.
Back to the one.
Stars.
This is from Michael Taylor, and everything of this is all in caps.
Oh boy,
But
you might take a step back from your microphone.
I can't take a step back. It's attached to me. But on December 13th, 2003, he won.
Stars.
I hope I never get this for a Valentine's Day present. A coal miner goes on a killing spree on Valentine's Day. This is one of the worst horror movies of all time. There is absolutely nothing good about this movie. Even the murder sequences are boring to watch. From the way the movie ended, the makers of this movie must have wanted to make a sequel to the trash. It's a very good thing that the sequel never did see the light of day. Totally laughable and forgettable. Don't even pick up the cover for this movie. Trust me, it is extremely bad.
Extremely bad.
Extremely
Whatever.
bad.
Yeah, that dude was angry. Breaking inside behind the scene news. Tapehead 2 to have a waffle stomping scene. Hey man, if I can afford it, I'll do it. But you know what? The price of a waffle stomping scene is 20 fucking grand, so probably not. Like locations and lights and actors.
We got to get stunt poo.
Yeah. I have a factory.
We'll just use that kinetic sand and just it makes it look like poo.
That's what your poop looks like if you don't drink enough water. But either way.
All right, next up we have Chad K. Burns on
Burnsy.
February 10th, 2000.
22 years ago.
That is longer than the telling of the tale in this movie of when this mining accident happened. Just take that. This is 2 years beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
This would take two years after the tragedy of them trying to bring the dance back 20 years later.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Chad, he says, of course, 1.
Stars.
What are you people thinking? I am a horror fanatic. I've seen the campiest, the worst horror films of all time, and even they were Lawrence of Arabia compared to this sleeper.
Wow.
No gore. He wanted to watch the rated cut. No gore, dumb rehash story, terrible actors. Never saw one of them again. No nudity. Come on, that's at least a horror movie that never saw one. No nudity. Common. That's the least a horror movie could have. Just nothing. I almost fell asleep twice. Even during the killing spree. Go rent Halloween for the 100th time. It'll beat the hell out of watching this dumb flick. But if you really want to, if you want a real kick, rent Dawn of the Dead or Zombie. Now those are horror movies. This was trash.
That's way different. That is way different. The
I think
fucking zombie movies are a slasher. Like,
I think he just works for the publicity people for Dawn of the Dead. He's just trying to plug it like Chuli's gum.
yeah. Wait a minute, you're a Chuli's gum representative?
I don't want a series where you just argue with people that have hot takes on horror movies. Like, yeah, it's a movie, but I wouldn't say it's a good one. And you're like, you're fucking wrong. Have you seen the lighting?
Yeah, I'll kill you. Let's talk about why it's good. But again, everybody you're allowed to have your own opinion, even if it's jack shit garbage.
Jack shit garbage.
I'll let you have it, but
I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll bring it up and we'll fucking exploit you, and we'll move on. Exploited. Yeah. No, it's all good, man. You can like what you like, dislike what you dislike. That's it. Like, it's especially now, which we talk about all the time, how with the internet involved, you can't fucking like a goddamn thing. Like, if you were to open up Facebook right now, Evil, and post, I think Friday the 13th 7 is awesome, undoubtedly someone will put a fucking angry react or whatever and be like, I think you're dumb. Like, you just fucking can't.
Maybe if I did it on my IG, but my Facebook is super, super, super limited, so I don't think any of those less than 100 folks would be doing that.
Kill them.
Or I'll
But
take
yeah,
them
I mean,
out of the list.
so you can't, like, all day
just
today,
The list.
every time I open Facebook, it's the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre is awesome, then followed by the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre is trash. It's awesome. It's trash. Like, everybody is posting, and it's all different, and then every one of their posts has 75 comments with people being like, can't believe you like that. You're a fucking goon. And then there's other, like, it's just insane. Like what you like, man.
I can't imagine anyone besides you using goon in a derogatory term.
What is
Goon.
is that just specific to me? Is that just how I talk?
I think that's just you and talking about enforcer hockey players is goons.
Fucking goon. I like the word goon. It makes me feel like a Batman villain. Like I'm talking about fucking Harvey Dent. He's a goon, you know?
You sound like you should just be a hard-nosed detective that works in Gotham. Like, yeah, I grabbed a bunch of Harvey's goons. They're in lockup right now. I sprinkled some crack on them.
Yeah, let's get out of here, Johnson.
Shut in case.
Fucking
Right.
Zip it up and zip it out.
Zippity doo dah. We got a couple more 1 stars before we move on.
All
So
right.
next on the list is Dave Clark on April 6, 2009. He says 1
Stars.
disappointing. As it was a classic 80s slasher movie, I was not expecting Citizen Kane, but was not quite expecting My Bloody Valentine to be as poorly acted as it actually was. Moreover, the teens, they're not fucking teens,
Yeah.
in this movie all seem to be aged around 30. And while the gore is undoubtedly more explicit than it was in the cut version, it's still nothing special and certainly does not redeem the film. What can I say, really? I freely admit to having some out and out trash on my DVD shelf, but this is going up for resale. I am afraid.
Wow. Well,
I
you
don't
know,
what he's afraid
he's not
of.
wrong. He's not wrong about them not being
No, he's not.
teenagers.
Yeah, these 30-year-old teenagers. I only guess he's never seen a sitcom on the WB.
Right. Jessica Biel's
Or
been
just-
fucking 19 for fucking 35 years.
Or the CW. Is it the CW now? What the hell is it? I don't know.
Ah,
All right, one more though from Jay, Jayj, not the letter itself, but an actual fellow named Jay.
all right.
On August 18th, 2005, he says 1.
Stars.
This horror movie sucks. This movie's really terrible. It's about this minor coal killer or something like that, and the ending was very disappointing. I don't recommend this movie to anyone at all.
Jesus.
I'm not sure he even watched the movie.
Camp Facer says,
not
I
a-
think
Minor coal killer or
Yeah,
something like that. I don't know.
something. Yeah, it takes more than 2 to tango. Something like that. Camp Facer says, I think people these days need to put the notepads and pens away, put on the 3D glasses with popcorn. Yeah, as our good buddy Sean Clark would
Or-
say, shut up and eat your popcorn.
Or phones and tablets. I don't know anyone who would still be writing their thoughts down on pen and paper really
Yeah.
anymore. I mean, besides us doing this show.
That is a tremendous...
That'd be great. I think people should do that. Just write your hatred down on paper and then just leave it in your house.
I'm going to get up on a fucking soapbox for just a minute. And then I'll get down and we can move on to our segments. But I think that's a really big problem, is technology. Phones, tablets, fucking distractions in general. Like, I come from a time, and you do too, where a movie was an event. A movie, like when you were like, man, I'm going to rent this or I'm going to go to the theater. There there is no reason to allow yourself to be distracted. Like, I'm still such a little kid when it comes to movies, unless it's background cinema you've seen 40,000 times and you want to fucking hang out and shoot the shit with your buddies. But when it's new movie time, that means door locked, phone off, lights down, drink, snack, live in that world for an hour and a half. It's not that fucking hard. Disconnect and fucking enjoy something. And it drives me nuts when I like show someone new a movie and they're like fucking liking shit on Instagram, and then like the movie will get loud and they'll be like, whoa, what? Like, quit. Fucking quit. Soapbox rant done.
All right, well, now we're off our soapboxes on our YouTube format, which is your complete technology distraction of choice.
Yes.
We're done with 1 star. It's time to move on to our next segment, which we're going to take a look at some different poster designs that came out for this said film, and we're going to determine one of 2 things with audience participation. We're going to look at these posters and determine where they are absolute money, or something's just quite askew and not quite right, and it's more of a mishap.
So we will need your participation. Let us know
Well,
in the comments. I like that idea. Whistle wetting.
yes, well, constantly. I'm having a beverage with my boy.
Yeah. Here we go. Special edition. This is the DVD that I have. I like this. A little different from the theatrical poster. But you do get the minor and aged, weathered heart and some blood. I bought this on site, so I wouldn't get this as a poster, but
I wouldn't get this as a poster. This doesn't sell me on getting the movie. This looks
cheap. Well, see, this is the reprint.
I got you Valentine. You
This
want
is the-
Valentine? I got it for you.
This was the repress of the movie to coincide with the release of the remake. So when you put this DVD in, it has a trailer for the remake. So
See, that makes sense. It feels like it's a total like shit. The new movie's coming out. Throw something together really quick and put this one out special edition so people can buy this old one when they go see the new one.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like I'm just put up this in front of it. There, good.
Zulian says money. Slasher Home Video says money. Yeah, but you can definitely tell it kind of reeks of that like 09 Photoshop.
Even though there is an actual heart on the cover, I don't feel there's any heart in this artwork.
In this design. I
No
like
heart
it.
in the art.
So, no heart in the art. That's
No
clever.
heart in the art, so I'm gonna mishap it on my end.
I'm gonna say money just because Freddie Voorhees says, hey, that's the one I own. Yeah. Because I saw the remake in theaters and already owned I think it's a Paramount DVD, the cut to ribbons one. And then I happened to be at a Walmart and saw this, and it was like $9.99 special edition DVD with a slipcover. Even though I'm not a slipcover guy, but I was like, ooh, taking that special edition, at least special features wise. I didn't even realize it was uncut. I didn't even read it, just bought it on site. So got me.
Unseen. Yeah.
All right.
Next to Reno.
Ooh, I like this. This feels very 80s.
This is better. I had to look twice when I got this one because I was like, it looks like the Prowler on the bottom down there. I was like,
Yeah.
is this a fan art poster? Did someone fucking slip the Prowler in there with this?
Yeah, it does kind of look like the Prowler. Good call. But yeah, no, I like this backlit, and then him with his headlamp on.
They could take out the other image down there, and it'd be fine.
Oh, so just him with the backlit
Yeah.
with the fog.
Yeah, just him with just that, and I like the font better. If they just took those 2 out, then I think it'd be fine. It doesn't completely take it into mishap territory, but I think it'd be improved if they just took that other image out.
I do
Fine.
like the tagline too, so it's good. There's more than one
Yeah.
way to lose your heart. So yeah, no, this is money for me, but I see what you're saying. I do kind of
Yeah.
like that subtle blue outline around them.
Yeah, I'll money it, but it's like in my opinion, you can make it more money by just taking that out.
Freddy Voorhees says, I'm still trying to hunt down a t-shirt of that money. Mikey says, mishap. Slasher Home Video says, money-ish. Yeah, it's
Money-ish,
close.
yeah.
It's close, right? Like, it's got the 80s feel, but I think you're right about that second image kind of detracting from it just a smidge. So, yeah, money-ish is pretty fucking accurate. Like, so, yeah.
I want to give it money, but I can't give it all my money.
It's not quite there yet. It's close.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Close, but no cigar.
Money, but I agree. Yeah, it's right there, but it's not quite. So. Boop, boop. Oh yeah, this is did Fright Rags or Gutter Garbs? I think Fright Rags.
This is the Fright Rags. Fright Rags has a very kind of unique look, but yeah, I saw this and I was like, this is money. This I would be.
I'd
all
buy a
for.
steel book of this. I'd get this fucking tattooed on me. Like this is that gangster.
That's a better looking heart than the heart they show you in the movie.
That's true. I might know where they bought that heart, but yeah.
I don't recall a severed hand in one of those heart-shaped boxes, but it's awesome.
Who cares?
Probably the best. All the money for this one.
This is fucking awesome. Yeah. Seriously, I would own a shirt. I'd own a steelbook. I'd get this tattooed on me. Like,
you can own a shirt. Just go to frightrags.com and look up My Bloody Valentine and get you a shirt, probably a hoodie too.
.com.
.com.
Yeah, this is fucking awesome. Just looking at this makes me want to watch the movie again. So,
well, do that. You get done wrapped up, go watch that rated R version, and then tell me how much you don't like it.
Yeah, this is.
Give me some
so
1 stars
fucking...
from Roger on a cut version.
Fright Rags always delivers. Money for sure. Money. Money. Stinks of Fright Rags. Yeah, money. Fright Rags. Yeah. Another cool t-shirt design. Money. Yeah, this is awesome. Awesome. Doesn't get much better than that.
I need a Ms. Awesome sound bit.
You do. I knew exactly what you were doing.
Yeah, I was waiting for someone to yell out, I came to play.
Covers are supposed to mislead the VHS classic. Oh yeah, because of the severed hand. I get what you're saying. Yeah, just put whatever on the cover.
Happens.
A fucking spaceship in the background. Fucking.
Oh, I would love that. Just put a graphic of a UFO over his head. Like, shit, are aliens or what is the fighter?
He is an alien. Yeah, he's like fucking Michael J. Fox. Fucking Back to the Future.
Let's throw a UFO in the Tapehead 2 poster.
Sure. Why not? It's the price is $20,000 though.
No, in an establishing shot, we can also have a fucking UFO like shoot across like a fucking, star or whatever. Those things, whatever they call those things.
Then you just hear, you subtly hear. Aliens make a tape head and a miner?
Maybe. Who knows? Only time will tell. On to the next. Oh, this is that steelbook. This is weird.
This is Miss Heather's steelbook. Yeah, it's just the artwork of Harry. He looks like a medieval knight.
Yeah, it's a little strange. I'm not necessarily sold on this artwork. It's really
I don't mind
weird.
it. I like the coloring. I like how the color looks. I like the red coming off of the ground against the railroad tracks there. That looks cool. Yeah, the only thing that's like odd is just the design of Harry. He looks like a medieval knight. He's going to medieval times.
Wish I knew what the back. Probably has a minor car or something. But
maybe Miss Heather will post the back of the Blu-ray
in the Discord.
Yeah. Just pop that in there and show us.
Regina says, "Meh." Yeah. You would think like a steel book, like you want it to really grab you. And it doesn't like fucking excite me. It doesn't make me want to watch the movie. It's pretty lackluster artwork.
this is making me sad.
It's a mediocre. Mishap.
Ah.
Never got into this one. I dig the colors. Money, says Mikey. It's great. I own the steelbook, but I wouldn't buy the poster. Yeah. As a steelbook, I'd only have to look at that art every time I pull it off the shelf. But yeah, I wouldn't get a poster of it. I would buy this as a steelbook because I know what version it is, and I'm very curious about all the Blu-ray special features. So,
Shout Factory doesn't cut you short.
no, I mean every once in a while they'll fuck you. Like let's bring up Brain Scan. Brain Scan's got a few good special features, but it's like, man,
That's just us wanting more, though.
well,
Like,
yeah.
it's sufficient. There's no reversible flip cover art on the disc, but it's like, we just wanted more. We always
want.
I want that Nightmare on Elm Street encyclopedia level of stuff.
Yes. Unfortunately, they probably don't have that much special or like behind the scenes stuff for the making of fucking Brain Scan, but I still want it all. It looks better when it's shiny, she says. Yeah. I don't know about this one.
Better when it's shiny.
Looks like someone spilled some water on the paint, came off a bit. It's money-ish, but only 5 to 15.
Shiny.
I think that Blu-ray steelbook is probably in between 20 and 30. Groovy says it's decent. I would buy this, but not as a poster.
Yeah.
On to the next.
Yeah.
The original. See, I like this a lot.
I like this, but it's mostly fueled by the nostalgia of just seeing this cover in the video store. I never rented it, but I always remember seeing this cover, which is mildly misleading because we don't ever see clearly anyone's eyes behind the mask.
Or a dance, really. Or a dance in an orb. No.
I think we could just cut. If we can just cut My Bloody Valentine and Footloose together, maybe that dude who does the boots, if we get him to make a mashup of the two, I think we could have a pretty good movie on our hands.
And we cut in Kevin Bacon's death from Friday the 13th somehow. So
yeah,
it makes
or
sense.
or if like he can cut in some kind of tractor explosion when he's having that game of chicken on the tractor in Footloose, maybe.
Yeah, I suppose.
Or you cut in the scenes from Hot Rod where he's imitating the angry dance and he falls. Like, we just put some blood scenes in there or something. Like, oh, that Kevin Bacon just was in an angry dance rage and died.
Regina says, I don't like the eyes. Money as fuck, pure nostalgia. Money. It always scared me to
Whose
death.
eyes are that? That's what I want to know. Whose eyes are that?
It's probably the fucking director's nephew.
I'd like to know that logic. Like, I was the eyes for that cover art, you know? Like, can't you tell?
I would get his fucking autograph on that poster. Like, but it's like getting Demi Moore's autograph on the fucking I Spit on Your Grave cover because that's her butt.
That's when you know you're scraping a definite barrel spot, and you're like, I got the guy who did the eye cover art for the VHS of My Bloody Valentine. He's not in it at all. He just did the cover art eye shot.
His autographs are $40, and a selfie and an autograph with him is $148.
Yeah. For $75, he'll do your voicemail message.
Looking
in
at you.
Valentine
What if
rhyme.
I just want a selfie, but I don't want a professional picture taken? Is it still $148?
Hey, yeah, it fucking sure is, Mr. fucking Big
My
Daddy
camera, your camera, it don't matter. Any
Eugene.
camera.
What's his name? Eugene Clark? Fuck that guy. Publicly
$140
denouncing.
if you wanted to pay a different artist to come and sketch you guys standing next to each other besides
Like a fucking court stenographer. All right.
Yes.
On to the next. Yeah, that's as much. Yeah, hey, here we go. This is the special edition, just regular Blu-ray.
This is the guy who had a little, like, an extra, like, had a weekend to improve on that OG special edition copy. Like,
You like this more?
yes,
Hand-drawn.
that DVD special edition is like, here's what you do if you give me an hour. Here's what you do if you give me a week.
Yep. Yeah, this is awesome.
Better.
I like this a lot. I would have a poster of this because I'm sure you could get one if you pre-ordered it. So
This is a lot better. I like this. This would also be a good glow box backlit poster too. This would be a fire backlit poster.
oh yeah, because of the eyes and the fucking
Yeah, and the light, yes.
and the heart because it's white. Oh yeah, that would be money.
Yeah.
This is
Oh
money.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm rubbing my nipples. Yeah, real good. I like it a lot. That's money. Game Facer says money. Slasher Home Video says money.
Money.
Not money. Bankrupt. Oh, you don't like this?
No, it would take all her money.
Oh, take all your money. Okay. I was like, what?
I'm interpreting it.
Okay. I go with that. Miss
All the
Heather says
money's out of the bank. It all goes to this.
Yeah, I would buy this. I'm sure that I could probably come across this at the stock.
I probably need to buy this.
Money.
I can see the original artist vision.
But the OG is better. Yeah, with his eyes. But this is a welcome upgrade. Anytime you can have a hand-drawn cover art and the art style speaks to me, that's infinitely better than an actual picture. Just 100%. This is awesome.
Caught in mid-murder against a random woman.
Rando woman.
Yeah,
Number 2.
Not to be confused with Woman starring in the feature film.
Right.
This
How would
is
you like that
better.
to be like go to conventions and be like, well, who are you? I was woman in my
Can
bloody
you sign
Valentine.
it? Can you sign it, Woman?
Whoa, man.
Whoa, man.
She
He
made
was
me
a
happy.
You gotta believe she stole my heart and my cat. Betty, Judy, Josie, and those hot pussy cats. They make me horny. Saturday morning. Girls of cartoons will leave me in ruins. I want to be Betty's Bonnie. Hey, Jane, get me off this crazy thing called love.
Oh, you killed it. I gotta. That's a fucking So I Married an Axe Murderer fucking monologue. Excellent. Wow. I'm fucking thoroughly impressed that you just pulled that whole fucking poem out of your dick hole. I'm very impressed.
That is much more painful place than out of the vernacular I have.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Well, yeah. On to. Is there more, or was that it? Pew 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 pew. I think
that was it. I didn't have a whole lot.
Oh,
I think
here's one.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I like it.
This would be the Draft House edition.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to find a ton of posters. I was really hoping I was going to find a Ghana poster, but I couldn't.
This is fucking killer.
This also I can see is the cardboard tacked on to the DVD regular edition.
Oh yeah.
Peel
We
off
stuck
like,
it
oh.
on with some fucking contact cement or whatever. Enjoy. Ooh, Groovy said, I love that movie. Amazing, Evil. He even caught it. He said, So I Married an Axe Murderer earlier. Yes.
Yeah.
Evil is my harbinger of haggis, says Regina.
Like most cuisine, it's based on Scottish dares.
Money, says Zulian. Yeah, this is money. This is nice.
Yeah, I like this.
Simple.
Do you think it would be improved if it was red?
No.
Where the white is red and the red is white.
No, I like the black.
Okay.
I think too much red, like hard for your eyes to focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it'd be good reverse too. But I like it OG.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a graphic novel panel or something, you know?
Yeah. Or a newspaper like telling you the times of the showings.
Yeah.
Come to it. Friday at 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Whoa, there you go. I know.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Yeah, you're right. That's not bad. Okay. Not bad. I recant, Evil.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like our buddy T-shirt Joe, $5 tees, he would make that, and then I would buy that.
That's not bad either. The white, the red, and then he's outlined in white. Yeah, that could work too.
Yeah,
That
not
actually
bad.
looks more. That gives it a good lobby card kind of effect.
Look at the size of that head. Head, move. No. Mikey says mishap. He don't like it. Too simple? I'm a big fan of this, man. Real big fan. Of this.
Yeah, getting better the more and more we're fucking around with the colors.
Right, I was like, it needs to be black, and then you started fucking with it, and I was like, it's actually pretty dope. Anyway around.
Yeah, you're right. That's
Ooh, green, yeah. Not that it matches, but green is nice. I like green. My minty Valentine.
Yeah, I mean, we released it on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good shit. I like it. Evil with the Kraken hat, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, at my Seattle time this past week, so I had to pick me up a hockey hat. Literally like 10 miles at most from the stadium.
That's so fucking.
I had a game playing the day we left town. I was like, God damn it, I could have made it to a game. Could have went.
Would have been super cool, dude.
And
But at least you got to go to the video store, so that's even.
I did, yeah. That was good.
super cool.
Kudos to the wife for finding that place. I was totally confused for a local twice just because I had that shirt on. I'm like, well, you clearly must be from here. You know about Scarecrow Video. Like, actually, I'm not.
Help, where? But
Speaking of pictures of the video store, there now exist Polaroid pictures of the video barn.
Did you go take Polaroid
I
pictures of it?
did.
I see.
You have a Polaroid camera?
Of course.
Doesn't seem like technology that'd be sufficient for you.
Right.
You were in my neck of the woods. He was in Seattle,
Yeah, spent a weekend in Seattle last week.
which is why we did not do a live stream. But
Yep.
is that the last of the posters, Evil? Do you think?
Nope.
That's
That
the end of it?
should be it, yeah.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Well, that means it's time for us to give our 2 cents on what would be a good double feature, because here at 3B Video, we're double feature or death guys. So if you're going to have a night of watching My Bloody Valentine, unrated or unrated, however you want to do it, you should have a follow-up movie that you could do with that. So this is a segment where we give you our 2 cents on what would be a good tie-in movies. This is the segment we call The Tie-In.
You know, I kind of like being tied up in these cords. Kind of freaky.
I believe Evils was in the Dropbox. I think I got it.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. On that note, I'll go first. We had a week off. You had a nice vacation. You actually even forgot about the tie-in.
I did.
until-
I take a week off. I completely fucked up how we did shit. And you're like, hey, you can do a tie-in? I'm like, nope, gotta do that real quick.
So, that being said, everybody, let us know your tie-in. What would be your ideal double feature for this movie? And I'll jump into mine.
Jump.
It has to be a Valentine-esque related film, right? A February film, something that feels like it belongs in this month. And in my opinion, I had to go with what I consider to be a superior Valentine's Day-ish horror film, which also includes a dance of sorts. So my tie-in, which you already name-dropped earlier, completely by happenstance, is The Prowler. I think, as far as slashers go,
super underrated.
yeah, across the fucking zeitgeist of slasher films, thousands of slasher films came out from the fucking late 60s to now. Like, just slasher after slasher after slasher. But for my money, they don't get much better than The Prowler. It's a Zito film, Tom Savini on the effects, a really unique...
Zito, the director of Friday the 13th Part 4.
Yes. Which he even reuses his Prowler gag in Friday the 13th 4's alternate ending. Which, if you have the Blu-ray, you can see the alternate ending of Friday 4. But this is a love story, sort of. You have characters that are clearly not teenagers. They're older. And it's all about this dance that they haven't had a dance for fucking ever. And as soon as they decide to have this dance, they piss off a local who's gonna fucking murder everybody who wants to go to this dance.
Somewhere, everybody's got someone where they just don't like dancing.
Groovy has not seen this movie.
It's gosh, who put that out? Blue
Underground.
Blue Underground has a DVD of, and that's where I got it, was a DVD of this.
Yep, and I will tell you, Groovy, do whatever you can to get yourself a copy of this. You won't be disappointed. It's fucking amazing.
Short in the shower death, I'll just say that. That should win you over, and it looks awesome.
Mm-hmm. And there is one of the best head explosion in cinema history in this movie. It's up there.
And a weird sidebar, if you're a Kevin Smith fan, his co-host Ralph Garman that he does Hollywood Babylon with, if I recall right, has like a very super minor blink and you miss it cameo in this movie.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Damn-Facer never saw Prowler either. Listen, guys, if you take anything away from this show, a lot of people...
It's a sleeper.
A lot of people love My Bloody Valentine. It's almost the same movie, but
just not cut to ribbons.
Right. It's extremely gory. There is nudity, likable characters. Man, this is a fucking fun ass movie.
There's nudity while gore is going on at the same time.
Yeah, it's top notch, man. And you got Tom Savini on the effects. Despite the numerous times you've heard me say I think he's overrated, this and Friday 4 are his best work, which surprisingly was working with Zito. So just
coincidence?
I think not. Maybe Zito just knows how to get the most out of Tom. So what is he?
Pictures of him,
right? You will do this fucking head explosion, or you will be in trouble. But that's why it had to be my tie-in. So
I will murder your family if you do not do this.
All right, Evil, what do you got?
Well, since I completely spaced, and I felt like I was forgetting something when I was getting all the posters and shit together, I was like, I'm forgetting something. It feels like I'm just not, there's something that's just not there. And then, yeah, you hit me up earlier today, and you're like, dude, you didn't do a tie-in yet. And I'm like, fuck, you're right, I didn't. Went on vacation and lost my mind. I completely blanked on a tie-in. So woke up in a panic earlier today and was like, had to go to the wife and be like, babe, I need a tie-in. Help me out. And she actually helped literally within 2 minutes. I think she helped me land the perfect tie-in. I'm like, genius. You are fucking genius. So my tie-in is a movie that also, as far as my knowledge from what you told me, a movie you introduced me to, cut to ribbons, a lot of stuff missing in our cuts, and a movie that is essentially a whodunit. So kudos to the wife for her selection. My tie-in is Cherry Falls.
Yeah, I remember introducing you and the wife to this movie, and this is a movie just like The Prowler that is an absolute sleeper. It got some new life because Scream Factory put it out, but even Scream Factory's release is tremendously edited because this movie was made for USA, Films, USA Network. So they cut out all the nudity because there's like an orgy and there's a bunch of gore. So even the restored Blu-ray is pretty tame, but it doesn't stop the movie from being absolutely entertaining.
Logistically, there is like, yeah, we got to have this orgy to save ourselves. And yeah, it's a big whodunit, much like how this ends up being is a whodunit. You think it's Harry Ward, but it's not. Swerve. So you have that cut to ribbons kind of motif, and you have a whodunit in the end kind of thing. So yeah, I thought Cherry Falls was an excellent choice for a tie-in for My Bloody Valentine. Also, kind of feels like it sounds like it goes together too.
Yeah, that's perfect, dude. I applaud your wife and your pick. That is top notch. I really like it for the just being fucking super heavily edited, being the tie-in. Like
that was legit. That was one of my like criteria I wanted to go with. I was like, I want something else that was just cut to fucking ribbon. She was like, what about Cherry Falls? I was like, that is excellent. That is a great choice. I'm going with that.
Can you imagine what that movie looks like when it's not all chopped up? God, I want to see. I want to see so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us know your guys' tie-in in the comments. See, never saw The Prowler. Prowler is a great slasher movie. Kills are bloody, phenomenal. Mikey says Tom Savini's best work is Spooky World. I've never seen Spooky World, so I don't know. I know Mikey's super stoked on that tape. Let's see. Cherry Falls, great 2000 Scream era slasher movie. I haven't seen anybody's tie-ins yet. Did Slasher Home Video said have to be basic and say Valentine. Valentine's the bomb. Yeah, I like Valentine. Zulian said double feature would either be Black Christmas or Valentine. I wrote up or scrolled up a little bit. My Bloody Valentine unrated. So you would watch? Are you talking about maybe back to back with the remake, which is always a good double feature? To be honest with you.
More confusion. I ordered Black Christmas or Black Christmas.
Which Black Christmas or Black Xmas? Yeah. Does the killer have jaundice in the one you like? Because that's the 06 one.
You want the Black Christmas about a dude hiding in the walls? You want the Black Christmas about an incestual family? Or you want the Black Christmas that deals with a college frat?
Yeah. Oddly enough, I like all three of them for different reasons. But, nobody likes that new one. But I'm like...
It just needs a little... It's just like at the very end, it starts to just lose me. I was like... If you just didn't go with a weird supernatural aspect, then they would have been fine.
I'm okay with it because it's different, but I just want to say, because I like saying this name. It has Imogene Poots in it, and I like Imogene Poots. Poots. You
like just like saying Poots.
Poots. Well, I love Green Room, so anything that's got the Poots has got my attention. But yeah.
Poot Power.
All the Putin. Vladimir Putin. But now that we've done our tie-ins, I suppose we can pull up Instagram if it's working, if you guys have posted any of your My Bloody Valentine stuff. And while we're pulling up Instagram, we'll just give our final thoughts. I would say this movie's underrated, but that's not true. Pretty much every single horror fan knows of this movie. In some aspects, it may be slightly overrated. As much as I love it, and it is a very good slasher film, and I do put it pretty highly when it comes to slasher films. Yeah, it might be up there as far as overrated a bit because we don't have.
It's not uncommon ground. Like just type in My Bloody Valentine on the YouTubes, and we're probably around the 972nd channel that's reviewed.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Everyone has talked about it. Everyone's an expert on it. We're not telling you anything new that you don't know or that you haven't seen, except for Evil, who has not seen that unrated cut, which is still blowing my mind, by the way. But it's a good movie. So, is this the Polaroid?
There were several taken. This is just the one that I had to throw up because I actually took a picture of it. I took a picture of the Polaroid. There you go. It exists.
Old video barn.
Picture of a picture.
I took a picture of a picture. Can you believe that? Look how good it looks.
What kind of world are we living in? Picture of a picture. Screen cap of a screen cap. Tony Zulian. Boom. Look at that bad motherfucker.
He's biting your style.
He does it exactly how we do it.
That's what exactly we do.
Have that new cover art on that slip cover, and then the OG cover art on the inside. Get the best of both worlds.
I was more joking about how finger placement is like identical to yours. You were doing a double.
He's got a thumb in the same place I do.
What are the?
He's holding a tape the way you'd normally hold tapes.
I don't know how you're trying to find me.
I was trying to find
movies.
you.
I don't normally do that.
normally, yeah.
I'm a one movie holding type of guy. Look at this fucking badass business. Blue, the VCR mystery game. Colonel Mustard in the study with the fucking candlestick.
Sorry, Dan, you lose. It's Professor Plum.
Damn it.
I said Plum.
No way, dude.
Yes, way. There's the copy we got right there, that double back.
Yep,
Which,
I saw
ironically, both those movies have Shout Factor releases now.
I still don't own the April Fool's Day special edition. I still have my old school Paramount DVD.
You know why? Because neither of us cared a great deal for the cover art for the new cover art.
That's true. I fucking hate that cover art.
Just like the Man's Best Friend cover art. Like, that doesn't look good either.
Yeah, and I love that movie. If it's reversible... Yeah, if it's reversible...
Give me the VHS cover art of that and I'm fine.
With the Robo-Dog and fucking Lance Henriksen with his gun.
Yeah.
That's right. You can rent our movie at Pick a Flick Video in Canada. You should donate to our Kickstarter.
Like that Princess Mononoke print.
You like that segue? I don't know what the fuck words you just said.
Where
Princess Mononoke?
Where are you able to rent Tapehead at?
Pick a Flick Video in Canada.
Oh.
Oh, Canada. Our home native land.
There it is, groovy movie with it. Oh shit.
There's that steelbook.
There it is. Fancy. See, it looks better in a picture of it.
Looks better shiny. It looks better when it's a picture of a picture.
Yeah, there you go.
There's the back.
There's the back.
Why does she look like a blow-up doll?
Nice. Oh yeah, that's her with the fucking water spout.
Circumference of the mouth.
Heyo. Her comfort.
Yeah. Evil laugh. Ha 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 ha.
This is just looking
This
at
is
my posts.
Roger and his thumb.
Yep, I have thumbs. They're little thumbs like fucking Megan Fox, but I got thumbs.
Hey,
I don't have
just
no
got
fucking
thumbs.
monster thumbs like Evil. I got little nubs. Look at how big your fucking thumbs are compared to mine. Yeah. Got
Very
grown
white
folk.
too.
Ah, no, you did not rent that at my fucking
Okay,
video store.
Why is this here? What have you done? I'm not liking it.
It's a bunch of sadness.
You
Why you do this? Hey, Snarls. I watched you change. All right, I'm good. I'm done shitting on Deftones. I know people like Deftones. I know you do,
Careful,
and
I
it's
don't want to get copy striked for that.
because I sound just like the guy. Only way I could sound better is if I was either drowning or stubbing my toe while singing that.
If I can't have you, no one can.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, Tony Zulian said I just posted again.
Is it the same thing?
I don't know.
I hope so.
More
Deftones? Oh, that's that garbage cover art. Look at that fucking... I hate it with a fiery passion. You know what else I hate? Let's do you know the movie Just Before Dawn, Evil? Where fucking George Kennedy is the killer?
I know of it, and I don't mind that cover art you don't like.
That shitty fucking cover art where the people are like hiking?
Yeah.
I hate that. I want to fucking burn that. I feel like the same artist did that April Fool's Day art. And I want to say, go back to school. learn.
For fools. Look at me.
Oh, that's what's up right there.
Slap me.
Yeah, we weren't here last week, so I'd imagine there was one or two posts.
That's the
That was the extent of it right there.
Yep.
Goddamn Deftones. How dare you?
makes me want to go Deftones.
I'm sorry.
Honda.
I just don't like Deftones, guys. It's all good. I know you guys do. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
We can't like everything.
Everybody's entitled to their wrong opinions.
That's right. You guys can drive around and be sad. Listen to your sadness. But on that note, it is 10 o'clock. So I suppose probably get going because, after all, a lot of movies out there and somebody's got to watch them. So why not us, right?
You bastards!
Hi, my name's Mikey, and it's my goal to turn my home into my own private video store. When I started this channel, I only had a handful of tapes. And now I can swim through them like I'm a VHS Scrooge McDuck. On my channel, we're gonna pay our respects to the last remaining video stores. We'll review some VCR tech. And we'll probably build some stupid stuff out of VHS tapes. The VHS community is the best around. And dudes, I can't wait to meet you guys.
Dog.
It always does this.
I don't know why the one-star graphic is
I
there.
know why.
One stars are back.
Oh my god.
My wet Jinko jeans missed Deftones. Yeah. No, I wore Jinkos, but I never listened to Deftones because I was a man. But,
Yeah, damn.
I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm just clowning.
Enough of my bloody Valentine. Enough of the Deftones. Enough of Jinkos. It's time for story time. It's time
All right.
to take a trek back up to the Great White North. Where the cryptids dwell in Ottawa and Ontario. Yes, it's Cryptid Corner. We're going to talk about another cryptid from the Unnatural Order of the Three-Eyed Skulls Field Guide to Cryptids, Creatures, Creeps, Demons, Horrors, Haunts, Saints, Hags, Ghosts, Monsters, and Mutants and Madmen, Volume 1 of a 3-volume series, all available on Amazon.com.
.com.
Available in Guadalajara. At night, we head to Sherman, Ontario.
Not
The
to be
date.
confused with Sherman.
Illinois.
Illinois.
Shermer, which doesn't exist. The time is March 6th, 1959. The subject, Alvin.
The chipmunk?
No, as you can clearly see, the dog with the Michael Myers mask.
The dog monk?
After 4 residents of the Simon Street apartment complex, the Oak Tower, disappeared, Sherry Climbs, 22, began doing research into the construction of the building. She discovered it was originally designed by infamous architect Jesse Quinlan Applewright, and that the size of the apartments and hallways didn't match up with the actual dimensions of the building. Eventually, she discovered that there was another set of rooms and stairways in the middle of the building.
Is the plot of
Within-
Toolbox Murders?
I mean, within that area, she discovered a horrifying, deformed giant, the son of J.Q. Applewhite. When she brought photos of her discovery to the authorities, an investigation was launched. They could not find any proof of what she had discovered, and she was accused of fabricating the photos. 2 days later, Miss Climbs disappeared. On the wall of her apartment, written in blood, was, "You're it."
Croatoan. Oh, find me. That's scary.
Find me. And that is the
Is
story
Alvin.
of the cryptid. I don't know why you got the name Alvin, how she assumed it was the deformed son of the architect of this apartment building. But you know, we're just storytellers. We're just reading stories here. We're definitely not scientists.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I've been the purple Norman Bates since 1998. Sick of all the hate, I'm about to kill them all today. I'm a hip-hop fusion with screws that...
Hey baby, I hear the blues are calling. Tossed salads and scrambled eggs. Mercy. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe, but I got you pegged.
I've been the purple Norman Bates since 1998. Sick of all the hate, I'm about to kill them all today. I'm a hip-hop fusion with screws that are loosened. Genre abusing, vomit on blueprints. You couldn't box me in a coffin. Locked in, I'm the monster from the trioxin toxin. Don't forget it, I'm a sick, twisted idiot. Killing off little kids, say I'm out revision it. Get it, bitch, I'm a Camp Crystal Lake type. Waiting late night, get you with a steak knife. Verbal monster, yeah, you know the rest of it. Crash your slumber party, make a mess of it. I'm on some driller killer maniac ill shit. Duct tape, shovels, drill bits. Say I'm not hip-hop and it's a feud. I'm in a troll 2 mood and you bitches are boo. You don't want it with me because I'm coming and I will not stop until you all are running. I'm bringing the pain, stomping out brains, killing these lames. Cause I am a monster. I am the man with the visions of death, the bringer of stress, the killer of flesh, the illest and yes, I'm filling requests. So tell me who's next. Cause I am a monster. Yeah, they live. Roddy Piper wasn't lying. I'm about to get violent. So much being silent. I'm a proper blend of attitude and essence, letting out aggression with my vocals as a weapon. So much cookie cutter crap that these kids are calling rap. I just sit back and laugh while they call me an ass, and I'm supposed to just take it. Watch you fake it like you're so amazing. I'm the slaughterer, known as the monster that's coming for all of you. Pray to your father. Cause I'm sick of all the lame rhymes. I'd kill 99% of you with one line. One lawnmower strapped to my chest plate. Now that's the best way to leave a mess of dead weight. And so it's said I'm the Voorhees of the rap game. Overstay my welcome, but still leaving cats slain. You don't want it with me because I'm coming and I will not stop until you all are running. I'm bringing the pain, stomping out brains, killing these lanes. Cause I am a monster.